Okay, shalom, shalom, you guys. This is part 9 of Genesis. Because I'm about to hurry up and get through this. I got to get through Genesis so we can start on everything else. So now at this point, um, Jacob is leaving and going back to his father Isaac's house. He asked his stepfather, which is his uncle Laban, can he go back to his father's house and raise his family there? So he agreed. He kissed his kids, and which is his grandkids and his daughters, as I said in the previous video, and let them go. So on the way there, on the journey there, he can see his brother in a distance. Um, and he sent like some men to go, to check it out, yeah, he went to go send some men up, and he found out that Esau was there, and he wanted to come down and meet him, but he had 400 men with him. So that lets you know Esau, out of all those years, he developed a strong nation or a big family. At this point, Jacob is scared because he thinks that his brother is still thinking that that he's still mad at him, that he stole the birthright and he took the blessing. So like I said, at this point, our forefather Jacob, he's very afraid. Uncle Jacob is afraid. So he prays to the Most High Yah to have mercy on him and to show favor to him, for he was afraid. He knew why his brother had all those people and why he was coming down to meet him. So as he prayed, his family, and it started getting dark, his family rested that night. And the Most High heard his prayer. So later on that day, and when I think about it again, um, before Jacob found out how many people and where Esau was, because he knew that Esau kind of stayed in the vicinity where his father was, and he had to go through Esau's tribe of people, his family, just to get to his father. It said it was two lords, it was two angels that went before him, or yes, two angels, two lords that went before him, and they are the ones that told our forefather Jacob, it was Esau that's up there. He wants to talk to you. He wants to see you. He has 400 men with him. They were the ones that told him. So, like I said, later on that night, a man came. A man. That's what the Bible says. A man came to wrestle with our forefather, Jacob. The man could not prevail against our forefather. That's how strong our nation and our people are. To this day, we still got that strength, even though we are decreasing in number. And I'm definitely noticing, even out here as I walk outside, that the man cannot prevail against our forefather. So he asked, and our forefather wouldn't let him go. And the man asked him to let him go, and our forefather said, "No, not until you bless me. You fought with me all night. You better bless me." You know what I mean? So the thing is, while they were wrestling, the man pulled one of our forefathers' joints out of place. So he kind of walked with a limp. And if you notice, our people, when we walk with like flavor. We walk with style. We walk with a limp. So that lets you know, like this is literally talking about our people. Like we just our swag and everything about us is just different. So, the man asked our forefather Jacob what was his name, and he told him, "My name is Jacob." He said, "No longer is your name Jacob. Your name is Israel." So our forefather Jacob, whose now name is Israel, asks the man, "What is his name?" So the man questions him with a question and asks him, "You asked me what my name is after you fought with me all night. You dare to ask me what my name is?" So at that moment, our forefather realized that he didn't wrestle with just a man. He wrestled with the Most High himself. The Most High came down as a man and wrestled our forefather. And I think one of the reasons why he did that was to test his strength physically, spiritually, and mentally. And obviously our forefather passed that test. And so again, our forefather couldn't believe what just happened to him. Like he said, he literally saw the Most High. He literally saw him. And so that amazed him. After that, the next day comes. He sees his brother. No, before he sees his brother, our forefather Jacob told all the people that came with him that they were going to split up into two groups, and they had to, because he didn't know what his brother was thinking. He didn't know what his mind was, where his mind was at. He didn't know what his motive was. So he said, "We're going to split this into two bands. I need you to split up, because if he kills one of these groups, another group could still live on to carry on his name, or they could still live on and survive through him." For even though when the Most High wrestled with him, he told him that he would be a great nation. He will be as much as the sand of the sea. That's how much people our forefather would have. So as he's splitting up his, preparing to meet up with his brother, he's splitting up his family just in case, because he don't know what Esau's mindset is. So as they split up into two groups, he sends one group ahead to give his brother an offering, to let him know it's a peace offering. I come to, bear gifts to you, and, to pay homage to you, because he is the older brother. And, he's doing it out of fear, and he wants to ask for forgiveness. So he planned to send a group before them just to see where his brother's head is. But before he could do that, before he can send the group, his brother Esau saw him and ran to him and fell upon his neck and kissed him, embraced him and hugged him, and talked to his brother with no animosity. It was almost like he didn't steal the birthright, like the blessing didn't even exist. So his brother was happy and relieved that his brother wasn't trying to kill him or his family. So his brother Esau asked him, who are all these people with you? He basically told them, this is my family that the Most High blessed me with. But in the Most High's words, in the Bible's words, it said, the Most High blessed his servant with, with these children, with his family, with his wives. So, Esau meets all of them, and Jacob offers, cattle, 200 cattle to his brother. His brother said, "No, I got plenty. I don't need anything from you. I have enough." But at this point, Jacob insists on him taking it from him, because he told him he told his brother Esau about the conversation he had with the Most High, how he was scared to meet him because he thought he was still mad that he took the blessing. And he said he insisted on his brother to take the offering because this is something he worked hard for with his own hands to get, and he wanted to give back to his brother. Even though by him giving him the cattle that he did, that's still not enough. Like that, you can't even compare that to a blessing from the Most High, or from your father that's blessing you with everything, that inherited and gave you everything. Like, so the least, and this is what our forefather said, the least he can do is just give him something. So he insisted on his brother Esau to take it. So Esau took the gift. He took the cattle that he offered him, and he actually invited him in and told him to come. They walked, all the way down to where they got to their father Isaac's house. So I'm gonna end it right there. If you notice, this video is way shorter, 11 minutes shorter than the last video. But yeah, I really want to get in depth with the 12 tribes, and as you notice, everybody had their kids already. So now we're finna finally get to talking about the 12 tribes and how they all match to us. And after that, I will get into the book of Yasher. For some people, and even some groups, some tribes, or some camps in my modern day and age, some of them, at least one person in particular that I know from a camp, he doesn't really believe in the book of Yasher because he don't believe that a man could be born with a human body up top and like a horse body or an animal body at the bottom. The thing is, the Most High has created so much stuff, and the stuff that we don't think exists may possibly, I ain't gonna say may possibly exist. If the Most High willed it, and don't forget, He made creatures and animals before us. We were made second, so He can make anything out of anything. Like, so we would never know that until we actually see it. But the only thing we can do as of right now is just take His word. But I would definitely want to get in detail. And don't get me wrong, even though I pointed that out about what that brother disagrees with that book, I still listen and watch his videos. But at the same time, if let's say once we all do make it to the kingdom, y'all willing, we all make it, he may see a half man, half horse, half bear up there. You can't deny that once you see that. If in I think it's Ezekiel, if that book is if the Ezekiel book is already talking about creatures with eyes all over their bodies, what makes you think he can't create a human, a half human, half animal? In this day and age, they consider that as that would be like a hyper hybrid person, because they have the strength of a human and the strength of a creature. So anything's possible. So I wouldn't deny that, and I wouldn't say that it's not true, because even though we haven't seen the Most High with our own eyes, we know that there is a Most High power up there. There is a Yah up there. So I will end this video, and I will now start talking about the 12 tribes and the father Isaac, which is leading into our forefather Jacob, who made the 12 tribes, and I will start talking about the brothers. So I will end this video, you guys, and I'll catch me on the next one. I will see you guys in a little while. So, Toda Rabah, Tawada, and Hallelujah.